So we are going to be training today, well, I will be training today on referrals and then Office of the Week. And so I'm just going to go right into it. So first thing I'm going to focus on is in referrals. So the importance of these are, I call these the lifeline to your business. So if you can nail down and master the art of asking for referrals and also calling them, you are going to be very successful in your business. So this was something I grabbed a hold of right at the beginning of my business because, like a lot of you know, my mother was in Mary Kay, so that meant my grandma, my aunt, my cousins, family, church friends, everybody was either already a consultant or a customer. So I had a small market to work with in the beginning. So I was praying and believing referrals were going to be just the thing I needed. So first thing, I'm going to talk about referrals at a party. So you want to always make sure you are constantly building a relationship with the women you are in front of. If you have fun and interact with them, they are going to be more willing to send their friends and family your way. So be friends with them, get to know them, be genuine, and like I said, build that relationship. So, two ways. So in the party setting, the place I ask for my referrals is after the Ultimate Miracle set. So you'll have heard me talk about, I go through the skincare. The last thing they try is the microderm on the back of their hand. I take a break. I tell them to pull their profile card back out and flip it over to the back. And we're going to play a game really quick. So, first thing, so this is exactly what I say. Imagine you're on a desert island and you could only take one cosmetic item with you. What would it be? I want you to write the top of your profile card, and then we're going to move on in a second. So they're thinking of that one item. It can be anything from mascara to foundation to moisturizer, any cosmetic item they can think of that they could not live without on a desert island. Next thing, we're going to go into it, and I tell them, all right, now you're going to get the chance to take this item home at half off. The number 11 on your card is what I call the gift of friendship. This here is a chance for you to bless some of the ladies in your life that are overworked, underpaid, and underpampered. They're going to get a free facial and pampering session in your name that doesn't cost you anything. So if you can fill up the back of your card, I want to say there's like 7 spaces on the back. So if you can fill up the back of your card with names and numbers of your girlfriends, 3 requirements, over 18, female obviously, and they don't have a Mary Kay consultant. That's all. Name and number. Free pampering session, your name doesn't cost you a thing, and you get that item at half off. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes. I'll set my timer for 5 minutes, and then we'll move on. And that's all I say. I literally stop talking. Sometimes we talk people right into things, and we talk them right back out of it. And you start to say, oh, I won't be creepy. I won't call them 100 times. The minute you plant that thought in their mind, they're going to think, oh, no, she's creepy, and she's going to call them 100 times. So leave it. Stop talking. Exactly what I do, even if my party is completely set up perfectly, I start digging through my bag. Pulling out some cotton balls, mascara, whatever it is, just to make myself busy while they are pulling out their cell phones and taking 5 minutes to fill up those profile cards. Once my timer goes off my phone, I say, great, if you're not done, you can finish it up at the end. We're going to go ahead and move on to our dash out the door look. That is all I say. So obviously at your individual close, you do your book sell share when you get to the sell part. You look at the top of their card and say, great, okay, so we already know you're getting your mascara at half off today, and you write on the profile card and you say, what else did you fall in love with that you'd like to take home with you? So you add it right into it. So obviously, you don't make any money off that one item, but it is definitely worth it for them to get that product at cost if it means you get at least 7 new names and numbers. So that is one way for you. Next thing, add a facial. So I do this a little bit differently because obviously maybe in front of one person, maybe 2. So I have her flip over her profile card. I say the same thing. I really don't offer any incentive when I'm at my facials, but you can do that exact same thing, the survival item, with even just one person. But what I do is because it's such an intimate setting with just 2 people, I just look at them like, listen, we've had a great time tonight, haven't we? Yeah, we did. How's your face feel? Good. Well, listen, before we go into the color products, flip over your profile card. I'm going to give you a chance just to bless a few ladies in your life because we had such a good time and we're girlfriends now. If you have any friends in your life or family that are overworked, underpaid, underpampered, you can give away a couple pampering sessions to them at no cost in your name, and they're going to love you even more for it. So I go right into that. I say, back of your card, I show her exactly what I say. I'm going to give you a few minutes to do that. While you're doing that, I'm going to get a few things together for our dash out the door portion of today. So grab your phone out, write a couple names and numbers down, and then we'll move on. And I stop talking, and I turn around. Notice how I don't make it an option? That is one thing that a lot of us, we get so nervous that we go, but if you want to, you don't have to. And we get nervous because we don't want them to feel pressured. It's not that we're pressuring them, we're just giving them an option. And so I make it sound like there is no other option, but if they really don't want to, they're going to let you know. So you have to be confident in yourself and your business and knowing that you have something great to offer people. So don't be afraid to, I pretty much tell them what to do. Boss them around. It's all right. All right, so let's see. Now once you have these names, what do we do with them, right? So you've got 2 different scenarios. You're going to hear a million different options of how to ask for referrals. I'm sure there are a lot of directors and consultants who have their own thing that works for them. If you have something that works and it's productive and it is profitable for you, don't change it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? But if you are sitting there thinking, I am not confident, I do not like how I call, really I have a stack of cards with referrals on them and I haven't even touched them yet. I'm sure there's a few of us in here, right? So this is something that if you like one of these options, work with it. All right, so what do we do when we talk to them or we call them? So I make 3 points of contact. 2 of them are with a phone call, 1 of them is with a text message. So if they do not answer on 1 and 2 call attempt, I send a text message. I do not leave a voicemail, okay? So the first call attempt is obviously on one day, the second one is on a different day. Don't call them twice in one day and then send a text message all at the same time, all right? Split it up over 3 days. And so a phone call may go just like this. So she answers the phone. All right, I'm going to play like the roles here, you guys ready? So she's going to say, hello, and I'm going to go, hey, Lisa. Hey, who is this? Hey, this is Danene with Mary Kay. I'm your friend Becky's beauty consultant. How are you doing? Good. Well, listen, I know you don't know me, but I'm calling you really quick because Becky gave you the gift of friendship. You know what that is? A pampering session and a gift card with me. Have you ever tried Mary Kay before? Let her answer. Yes, no, whatever it is. Okay, great. Well, tell me, what is the best day or time of day for us to get together? I can do daytime, evening, or weekend. And I go right into booking her. My phone calls are like 2-3 minutes. I'm not looking to spend 10 minutes on the phone with her because you can build the relationship at the appointment. You just got to get it booked. So I book it with her, get a date and time set. Perfect. So I have you down for Wednesday at 5:30. Wanted to let you know you are more than welcome to bring a couple girlfriends with you. So this is open. I just need to know a few days before. So I have you down. I'm going to text you with all the details of where you're going, all that. So I send her a text right when we get off the phone, has the details. I'll see you this date, this time, this place. And then that's it. Book the appointment. Move on to the next person. So something important about calling referrals is you get it out right away how you're tied to her. Because if she thinks you're like a telemarketer, within like 2 seconds, it's hang up. So you have a small window of time to show her that you are nice and friendly and you know someone she knows and this is how you've gotten her information. So build that relationship. And then also the second thing I say is, I know you don't know me. You get the awkwardness out of the way. Instead of being like all proper and trying to find a nice way, just be real with people. I know you don't know me. I know this is kind of weird, but your friend Becky gave you the gift of friendship, which is a pampering session and a gift card. Now the next thing is that she does not need to know every stitch of detail that's going to happen at the appointment. Okay? Because information overload scares people off. So you want to make sure that you give her the details. So this is going to be a pampering skincare facial. We're going to do a fun color look. And then afterwards, you get a gift card to use towards whatever you fall in love with. Now, offering a gift card is totally optional. You do not have to do that. I do it just because I think it adds a little excitement to it. And actually, I feel like it kind of seals the deal more that they're going to show up. So if they know that what's in it for them. So what's in it for them is the gift card. They're going to be like, oh, I have a gift card. I can't not go. So let's see. Now, so you're going to go on there to book the appointment. So like I said, 2 points of contact. The last is a text message. The text message is going to sound fairly similar to what is going to be on the phone call. So the text message would say something like, hey, Lisa, this is Danene with Mary Kay. I'm your friend Becky's beauty consultant. I know you don't know me, but she wrote you down for the gift of friendship, which is a pampering session and a gift card. What's a good time for you, daytime, evening, or weekend? So I end the text message with immediately going into booking. If they have any questions, they're going to ask you before they book. But whenever I send these texts out, usually I'm getting daytime, evenings, weekend. Like that's all they say to me is that one word. They're just going right into, I'm like, okay, perfect. Within like 3 or 4 text messages, I have them booked. So make sure you have your date book out, highlighted and blocked off so you know your schedule for the next couple of weeks. That way when you go to book, it's not, what do I say? What do I do? What's a good time? You need to have precise dates and times available because it's going to make this process a lot faster. So That is referrals. So next thing we're going to move into is Office of the Week. Now, I talked about how referrals were the lifeline of my business when I first started, and then I quickly realized that you need more than one avenue of leads to make sure your business is going to stay profitable. I like that word. So with this, I learned a great way to generate leads. I dislike warm chatting. So if I absolutely have to, I will go out and do it. I'll make it happen. It may not be pretty, may not be exciting or enjoyable for me, but I'll do it. I quickly realized after watching another director's video about how to do Office of the Week, I was like, I can do that. That is very simple. I could plan out within an hour or two, get as many names as I wanted, and they knew I was coming. That was easy for me. So what I did first is I went through my profile cards, and I let my customers refer me to offices that they either personally work in or that they work with. So I sent out a few messages, made a few calls, quickly had a list generated of different types of offices. Now, I'll be honest with you, when I ran out of offices, I Googled, all right? They were nominated by myself. So you can do things like that. It doesn't have to be that your customers nominated them. You could nominate them yourself if there's an office that you personally work with. So that's how I got this going. Now, when you are calling them, because one thing I learned was that I should call ahead of time. That way they're expecting me and they're not thrown off guard, and they're a little more warming and welcoming if they expected my, arrival. So I went with the first office. Now, this is exactly how my phone call should go. I call, and the very first thing I say is, hi, can I speak to your office manager? Now, there are two ways this can go. She's either available or she's not available, okay? If she's available, then obviously talk to her. If she's not available, then you're gonna say the same thing you would to the woman on the phone, because they're gonna ask you, do you wanna leave a voicemail or do you wanna call back? And I say, you know what, maybe you can help me. I'll let you know what I'm calling for, and then you can tell me who I need to talk to. And then I go into the same exact presentation right here. So I say, my name's Danene, and I'm a local Mary Kay consultant. The ladies in your office were nominated as my Office of the Week. All that means is I have some fun goodie bags to drop off for all of the ladies, and I wanted to make sure that was okay before I just stopped by. And I stop. Most reactions are, oh my gosh, yeah, oh, that's totally fine. That'd be great. I don't think that's a problem at all. Okay, wonderful. So first of all, how many ladies are in the office? So the first thing I want to find out is how many, right? Because you want to go there with enough goodie bags. So I write down how many. I say, great. And the second thing is I do all of my deliveries on, and I pick a day. Usually my best days are Thursdays. I've noticed that Mondays and Fridays are typically the busiest for a lot of businesses, coming back to work and then getting ready for the weekend. So if you can pick a time, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday to do your deliveries, it's a little less chaotic for them. So I book the time. I do all my deliveries on Thursdays. Would you prefer in the morning time or after lunch? I personally don't deliver on lunchtime because half the women are gone on their lunch break. So it's either right when everyone gets back from lunch or in the morning when everybody gets there. So I find out when's a good time for them, and I write it in my date book like an actual appointment. And I say, perfect, so I'm gonna be stopping by Thursday at 9 o'clock. What's your name again? Becky. All right, Becky. And I write her name down because she's gonna be the person I go and ask for when I get there. So this phone conversation is, again, like 2 minutes, very quick. You are letting her know what time you're gonna be there, you find out how many women, and you make sure you get her name so you know to ask for. Hang up the phone. That's all you gotta do. So I've written it on my date book as an appointment. When it comes time for that, let's say she said there were 10 women in the office. I'm gonna make up 10 goodie bags. Now I brought an example here because a lot of women like to ask, what do I have in my goodie bags? So this one here is the little zipper close one. I love these because I don't need a ribbon to tie and make them all, pretty. So Halloween themed because obviously we're in October. It has a microdermabrasion sample, a lip gloss sample, 2 pieces of candy, and my business card. All right, I'm gonna let you guys pass it around so you can see it. So I make up exactly the number that they need. So that was 10 of them. I walk in with I have like a little gift bag and I stuff them all in there, a little gift bag, and then I have exactly the number of entry forms I need. So I also have an entry form that says enter to win. So I'm gonna be doing drawings. The whole object of this is because you wanna leave with new names, correct? We're generating leads. So I enter in with 10 goodie bags, 10 of these names. I walk right in, I go to the front, and I say, hi, I'm looking for Becky. Hold on 1 minute. They're gonna Becky's gonna come out and say, hi, I'm Danene with Mary Kay, we talked the other day. Oh yeah, you have the goodie bags. I do. Listen, the first thing I have is I need all the ladies to fill out one of these so they can enter into my drawing because I'm going to be doing a little bit of drawings between all the ladies in the office. Oh, okay, great. And I hand this to her. I'm also going to pass this around. This says a spot for their name, phone number, and at the bottom, this is the key here, nominate next week's office of the week. So you are getting referrals from your offices you're currently at. So if you can get a good solid base of about 10 offices going, they will start to refer other ones, and you will never have to use Google again, right? So I'm going to pass this around as well so you guys can look at it. So I walk in, give those, hand them right there. Once they're all filled out, typically what happens is once they're done filling it out, the ladies find me and they come up and I trade them. Thank you, here's your goodie bag. Now, there are the options and possibilities of them being busy and they not being able to fill out these enter to win forms for you. This is when you do a little bit extra bribery. So I go up to Becky and I say, listen, I know you guys are super busy and I don't want to mess up the flow. So I'm going to give you all of these. Here's the goodie bags and the entry forms. Becky, if you can make sure all 10 of these are filled out, I'm going to give you an extra gift when I come by tomorrow to pick them up. So you're going to get an extra little special something just for helping me out. Can you handle that? She's going to say, well, yeah, for an extra little, treat. This can be whatever you want, extra samples, an eyeshadow, a gift card, a mascara, lip gloss. You decide how much it's worth to you for those names. Have it wrapped up all nice. You're going to tell her what time you're going in tomorrow. I will stop by tomorrow at 9 o'clock again and just pick these up. You can either leave it at the front desk for me or I can ask for you. So there's the likeliness because what if they're busy? What if they say no? What if they don't want to fill it out? Obviously, you cannot force somebody to do something they don't want to do. But if you make it look as appealing and exciting as possible, why would they say no? And if you look happy, okay, go in there, dress cute, feel confident about yourself, wear your beauty coat. If you don't have one, order one. You need a beauty coat. So go in there looking like Mary Kay with your makeup done, hair, makeup, big smile on your face, and like you are their best friend. And they will have no problem entering for your drawing. So once you have these names and numbers, what do we do with them? That's the next question, right? So this here, I know some people ask me, do you do a grand prize drawing? Do you do this? I do not. I make everybody a winner, right? So once I have all of my names, because I decide how many new names I want in a week. When I needed to kick my business in the butt, it was at least 25 new names a week from my offices. So I ordered the samples, made the goodie bags, and I called as many offices as I could until I had the 25 goodie bags claimed, okay? So I would have 25 more names. I would sit down Saturday morning because I knew usually they're closed on Saturdays, so everybody's at home doing their thing. So Saturday around 10:30, 11, I'd sit down with all my leads, and I would just start to go through them all, and I would make my calls. So go through the first ones. Whoever answered, so I don't leave a voicemail. Whoever answered, of course, I said, hey, you're my winner. So the same thing as I talked about my referrals, 2 points of contact and the last one being a text message, same exact thing here. Your verbiage will change a little bit. So the first thing I say is, hi, Lisa. Guys, I like these names, Lisa and Becky. You're like, oh, there's a trend going on here. So you call her. She's going to answer, say, hi, this is Danene with Mary Kay. I was the one that dropped off those goodie bags to your office the other day. She's going to say, oh, okay, hey, woohoo, be excited. I'm like, listen, I'm calling you because I did my drawings and you were one of my winners. Woohoo, let her be excited for a second. You say, I know, so exciting. Listen, you were the winner of a pampering session and a gift card. That's the easiest thing to offer, right? This is what everybody wins. So you can change the verbiage a little bit if you want to offer them something different or you want to reword what the pampering session would be, or facial or holiday makeover is a great, little to kick in there because it's obviously the holiday seasons. So you tell her doing a facial, holiday makeover, and then you get a gift card to use towards whatever you fall in love with. Woohoo, yeah, great. All right, so what's the best day or time of day for you? Daytime, evening, weekends, and you go right into booking her. You set that date and time with her right then. So you've booked the appointment, same thing. You're going to follow up with a text message. So once you get off the phone and you've told her, feel free to bring a girlfriend or two with you. I always offer it for them to bring a couple girlfriends, okay? So you've done that, you get off the phone, and then you're going to you're going to send the text message, all right? So you've done that. Sorry, let me open this back up. All right, so you've done the text message. The next thing, so you're going to keep going through these names. Now, your text message is going to sound very similar, kind of like the referrals one did, where it was pretty much your phone call language just shrunken into a text message. Hey, this is Danene with Mary Kay. I did my drawing from Office of the Week. You were one of my winners of a pampering session along with a gift card. When is good for you, daytime, evening, or weekend? Send those text messages out. So call one day, they don't answer, call Sunday, and then Monday evening, I do the text message. I'm very strategic with the dates and times and things that I do because I know they're off work typically Saturdays and Sundays, so I can call them during the day. And then I text them Monday after 5 because I know that they're probably soon clocking out of work and going home, and they'll be able to respond to my text message, and it won't get lost in the phone because they've been busy and not able to respond to their phone as much. So be strategic with when you contact people because it can really make a difference of their response. So let's see. Then you start your week again. So I do my calls on Tuesdays to book my offices. So that's when you pull out your forms, Google the names of the places that they're referring, find the phone numbers, get on the phone Tuesday, make a couple calls. In 20-30 minutes, I can have like 5 offices booked. It is not time consuming. It is not difficult. The face of your business can change within 7 days if you wanted to. So you can get on the phone tomorrow, book offices, have them delivered by the end of the week, call on Saturday and Sunday, and you can have at least 5 new bookings on your date book because of this. As long as you're determined and willing to make it happen. Sometimes we think when we implement something like this, it takes forever to see results. So you tell me I gotta book this, make goodie bags, and call, and then wait for the appointments to actually happen? My gosh, you could book them tomorrow, deliver Wednesday, have them show up Saturday morning, and have a new team member. I mean, you never know what can happen with this. You just have to be willing to sit down, spend some time. I do it while I'm watching TV. I'm watching my One Tree Hill reruns. I just make my goodie bags. I got the sample spread out. I got my business cards. I got the bags. I just start filling them up while I'm watching TV. You can multitask. This does not have to be time consuming. Just be on purpose with everything you do. So I've learned that I am a big time procrastinator. I've definitely learned that a lot about myself with this business because I think, oh, I have all the time in the world. I'll do it later. No, in your date book, schedule the times every week that you are going to deliver your goodie bags and then make your calls with your offices. If you don't make it an appointment for yourself and delegate a certain time and time of day to do it, most time it's not going to happen, right? Yeah. So mine, I put the top of my date book on Tuesdays. It says OOTW, Office of the Week, on every Tuesday because I know that morning I'm going to sit down, pull these out, make my calls, and then that afternoon or evening, I'm going to sit down on my bed while I'm watching TV. I'm going to make all the goodie bags that I need for how many women I've booked. If you do this consistently, now this isn't do it one week and you did one office with 5 people and you didn't go on Target for your car, so it doesn't work. You have to consistently do this. I recommend at least 4 weeks of consistently getting a minimum of 20 new names a week. Minimum. If you want to go above and beyond and kick it out of the water, I mean, you can get up to 40, 50 leads in a week. I mean, you can really do whatever you want with this. It's, I guess, open-ended, whatever you would call it. So be on purpose, consistent with this. What this generates is referrals from these women that you've also met. So see how the first training ties in with this. Because you're going to get referrals from these women, and that's going to jumpstart your business. And what you'll notice is that you may not really need 25, 30 new names a week from your offices. It goes down to like 10 or 15. So gauge and see how your business is going. If you can handle 25 new, keep doing 25 new. But what I will honestly recommend is that you stay consistent with it, because if you do it 1 week and you get 30 names and you get some bookings from it, so you go, oh, I got like 12 bookings in my date book, I really don't need to do that right now. Eventually those are going to run out and you're going to have none and you're going to have to hurry up and jumpstart it all over again. Whereas if you consistently do this, you'll never see that lull in bookings, because now you're working with these, you're working with booking your bookings from bookings, so booking parties from your faces, and then you're also getting referrals. So if you work with at least 3 avenues of leads, because eventually some of them will die down a little bit, at least you have a couple other ones to keep you afloat and keep you moving. So master this. There are a lot of other options with generating leads, but this is something that I love, and I think that even an introvert can do this because it doesn't take a lot of time, and you don't feel like you're walking up and they're looking at you crazy like, why is this Mary Kay lady here? So they're expecting you, you're building relationships, and eventually you're going to be like the Mary Kay lady of the office, which is a sweet little deal. So